Hello there, everybody, and welcome to this little preview I have done of Pro Strategy Football 2021. I saw Al Red Sox fan talking about it, and Uncle Ron Jucket's been talking about it. They've been working on a series of videos featuring Pro Strategy Football 2021 the past week or so as I record this on September the 13th. So I just recorded some video of a game I did. This is the 1979 season between Tampa Bay in the Bucco Bruce uniforms. They're at Baltimore playing the Colts. Yes, the Colts played at Baltimore before they moved to Indianapolis. If you're a young football fan saying this. Now, this is fourth quarter action. I had just punted the ball to Baltimore here. It was no score for most of the game. And I won't spoil the ending for you here. I'm just slicing all of this together a little bit.
Second down.
The first thing I noted when I have seen Pro Football Strategy in previous editions and now this game looks an awful lot like NFL Pro League Football from IBM back in the 1990s. At first, when Pro League Football came out, the field was vertical. This is a horizontal field, which is what Pro League Football eventually went to in the mid-90s. And this reminds me a lot of that in terms of the plays you could call and the strategies that you could use. Pro League Football is a little more intricate. You could call the holes the running back goes through. But this system that Pro Strategy Football uses simplifies that down. Now, I go through the plays quickly because I let the AI call my offense and defense, and I just serve as kind of like an overseer when I play it. And I like, if I see one running back, like the 79 Bucks had Jerry Eckwood and Ricky Bell, if I see Eckwood getting the ball too many times, and I know Bell's a running back of equal skill, I say, well, why don't we just give Ricky Bell the ball? And you could design a play. And here was the one play that Eckwood had that kind of busted the game open, a 33-yard gain to the 21 of Baltimore. And it was at this point where Tampa Bay had their deepest possession. This is one of those slug and punt games, a real defensive struggle as you would see in the NFL back then, because a lot of teams back then ran the ball more frequently than you would see now. And I think Pro Strategy Football did a good job in pointing that out and modifying game strategy. I don't know exactly what they would do to do that, but if you run the ball a lot in Pro Strategy Football, the small games are going to turn into big games. Here's Neil O'Donoghue kicking a field goal, and that put the Bucks up 3-0. Now I have sped ahead. I kicked another field goal. It's 6-0, and I'm kicking off the Baltimore with 1:54 to go. And I'll show you the last 54 seconds. There are seasons available for Pro Strategy Football. Sorry, guys. Pro League Football had at one point they had every season back from 1960 to the mid-1990s. And given the time and the opportunity, I think you'll see the mods for this there for this game. Like I said, I'm playing the 1979 season. I think you're going to get it to the point where you could have this might be the case now, and I don't realize it, that you could have like a team from 1979 play a team from 1968. They have special seasons where you can pit the best teams of all time with each other. The NFL 100 set is available for that purpose. And you can take like teams from the 50s and put up against the 2019 Kansas City Chiefs if you want to. Or you could have the 72 Dolphins play the 85 Bears. These are the best games. And I wanted to concur with the point Uncle Ron was making about this game. I think when you have a game where you have the statistical accuracy and you have the graphics and you have that all together, I think these are the games that draw in the fans. Because, a lot of us statistical nerds, and I consider myself one, love the games for the attention to detail But when you have a good graphics package, and I think this is what you're going to eventually see in all of the sports games, what I would like to call the boardish sports games, it's going to be a good combination. And when we go forward into the 2020s, into the 2030s, and so forth, I think you're going to see that a lot more frequently. You're going to see games like with Madden-like graphics that you can take the 72 Dolphins and run them through the rest of the 72 NFL and see if they had an undefeated season. So this, I give the makers of this game all the high marks, because this is a statistically accuracy. It has statistical accuracy, and it has good graphics. This is a good little mock-up of Memorial Coliseum. You see the baseball infield as you go to one side of the field, and I think that was the last play of the game. I was playing the game real fast because you could go an hour and a half playing these pro strategy games if you wanted to, and if you really want to focus in on every play. I just let the AI run the plays, and when I see something that catches my attention, I just let the I just make calls on the fly as I need to. Like I said, this was 6-0 was the final. Tampa Bay beat Baltimore. In real life, this was the first overtime game Tampa Bay ever played. 29-26 they won, and they were down 17-0 in that game. I remember that game. I was 8 years old, and the Bucks battled back from 17-0 down, and they tied it, and they eventually won it in sudden death overtime, back when they played sudden death overtime. And the rules for 79 are in this game. You can't go for 2. They don't have this you score, I score business for overtimes like they do now. So it's a very interesting game. You could get it on Steam. I hope some of you give it a look. And I think it's very good for the 20 bucks that the sales price is. The sales price of $20. I think it's very, very good. So I hope you enjoyed my little look through, such as was it. Well, give me a break. This is the first time I've ever reviewed a game on this channel, so I hope I can get back and do some more of that. This has been Big Paulie coming to you. Hope you're well wherever you are, wherever you may be. Bye-bye for now, everybody. As I say, my clock is almost at 0.